Worldview this week, a review of the world news and events at Summit School presented by the 9th grade world history classes. My name is Molly Kate.
And my name is Carrie. The people of Poland are grieving the deaths of their president and a number of other important political figures in a plane crash this week. Despite the tragic losses, the government has been running smoothly. Temporary successors have been chosen, and the Polish people have been told that the government will continue to operate like it did before the crash. The government now has to figure out what will be done about the elections. According to Poland's constitution, the leader of the lower house of parliament has 14 days to announce the new elections, which then must be held within 60 days.
The government of Uganda is trying to capture the leader of the Lord's Resistance Army, Joseph Kony, using former rebels who once fought for him. Kony and his rebel soldiers, including hundreds of child soldiers, are believed to be hiding in Uganda, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and Sudan. The LRA has been terrorizing weak African nations since the early 1980s.
On Sunday, European countries offered Greece $40 billion in loans. Greece needs this money because they are facing possible bankruptcy. This plan is significantly better than the one Greece was expecting because the loans will only have about 5% interest. Greece was expecting a 7.5% interest. If other struggling European countries like Spain, Portugal, and Italy followed Greece's indebtedness as well, then the euro may lose its value fast.
Crowds have gathered throughout Kyrgyzstan following the deaths of many anti-government demonstrators. These demonstrators have forced the president to flee the capital and go into hiding. Kyrgyzstan is attempting to rebuild a functioning democracy for the second time in recent years.
On Thursday, there was a mudslide in Brazil. It swept a slum away, which caused about 200 people to be buried alive under tons of mud. Many people have died due to deadly mudslides recently in South America. These mudslides were caused by record amounts of rain.
Recently, a Japanese cargo ship entered the Great Barrier Reef off the coast of Australia. Because of damage to the reef, owners of the ship are facing charges of being in restricted water and destroying part of the reef. The owners must now pay a fine for the damage and cover the cost of the cleanup of about 1,000 tons of heavy fuel oil that was spilled.
James Cameron, the director of the movie Avatar, recently met with a large group of native people in the Amazon. He came to discuss the Belo Monte Dam that is supposed to be built by the Brazilian government. The dam would be the third longest in the world, and creating it would flood hundreds of square miles of the Amazon. It would also dry up a 60-mile stretch of the Xingu River, devastating everything along its shores. The native people are relying on Cameron to stop it from being built, calling him their powerful ally.
Matthew Berger, a 9-year-old boy, was recently in South Africa with his father, excavating an archaeological site. By chance, he came across a 2-million-year-old fossil that may change what we know about human history. This find gives us new information about how our species grew over time. It might represent one of the most recent ancestors of Homo genus, the group to which modern humans belong.
A Tennessee woman put her 7-year-old adopted son on a plane alone and sent him back home to Russia because she said the child had severe psychopathic issues. When he arrived in Russia, the boy was carrying a knapsack containing magic markers and candy. Russia has now suspended the adoption of Russian children by Americans until safeguards can be developed. Russia is the third leading source of adoptive children in the United States. Katie has our school service report for the week.
Hey guys, we have a bunch of service opportunities coming up. Saturday is the Hospice for Hope Run, and you can get service hours if you signed up to walk or run. This coming Wednesday, Conference Day, is the Swim for MS Swimathon, so make sure that if you signed up, you're there on time and ready to work. There are plenty of openings if you want to sign up to help with Walk on Wheels. You can sign up to help kids sign in a couple of different locations. You can be in the TLC on campus, or you can be in the parking lot S at Wake Forest, and then walk back over to school with the kids. Also, the final deadline to sign up online for the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure was yesterday. But you can still register the morning of the race, which is May 1st. That's all. Thanks and get involved. Here's Megan with the weather.
Hey guys, Megan here with your weekend weather. The weekend will be partly cloudy and will start out with highs in the mid-70s and lows in the upper 40s. As we move into Sunday, it will be mostly sunny and temperatures will be a little cooler, with highs in the low 70s. Now for our random city of the week, Los Baños, California. This weekend, Los Baños will start out with a partly cloudy 72 and will stay that way for most of the weekend, with a few more clouds rolling in on Sunday. That's all for this week's weather.
Thank you, Katie and Megan, and thank you all for viewing Worldview this week. We hope you will tune in again when you will hear news from around the world and from Summit School.
Bye, everyone!